Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to a brand new episode of Money in Sports. And today, we're going to be talking about my man, Cristiano Ronaldo. And the question is Cristiano Ronaldo the biggest brand in sports? Now, that's what I want to get into this video today. Now, before we get into it, make sure you guys go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, and turn on your notification bell to be notified when all of our newest and hottest content comes out, so you guys don't miss it. So I know this is a little bit different because usually on this channel we talk a lot about basketball, but I wanted to challenge myself a little bit and see if I could talk about football. It's the biggest sport in the world. It's the most watched sport in the world with over 3 billion viewers, I think. So football is a really big, it's a really big sport. A lot of people appreciate it all around the world, and I thought that maybe some of the basketball fans on the channel would also appreciate some of the other great athletes in different sports all around the world. So in this episode, I just want to focus a little bit on Cristiano Ronaldo and the impact that he's having in the world of sports as a whole. So I got a lot of different things I want to get into, but first of all, let me just say that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most decorated football players in the history of football. I mean, if you poll a lot of people in the world today, a lot of them are going to tell you that they believe that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best football player, and a great argument, can be made. He's won so many different awards, and a lot of people consider him to be the greatest football player of all time. He is a prolific scorer, and a lot of people know him for his offensive abilities. And when Cristiano Ronaldo is on the football pitch, he's simply electrifying because of his dribbling abilities and his ability to score. But also, Cristiano Ronaldo has what you call lightning quickness. He has a lot of lightning speed, and he can change direction. He has a lot of lateral quickness, and he seems to process the game of football a lot faster than a lot of his competitors on the pitch. Now, throughout his career, Ronaldo has played for a number of different teams. He's played for Manchester United. He's played for Portugal. He's played for Real Madrid, and he's currently playing for Juventus. Now, when they signed him to one of the biggest contracts that team had ever signed a player to. And for his career, he's earned for his entire career over 615 million pounds. So that's about $720 million. Cristiano Ronaldo's current net worth is $460 million, which makes him one of the richest athletes in the entire world. But in today's video, I want to focus on how much of a brand Cristiano Ronaldo is. And in order for me to do that, we have to look at his following. Cristiano Ronaldo, if we're going to be looking at following, as far as followers, global followers that follow him, then it is unquestioned that he is the biggest athlete in the world. Cristiano Ronaldo's Instagram account has 219 million followers. Let's just put that into perspective. The guy has 219 million followers, which essentially makes him an endorsement magnet. Okay? Now, what makes him an endorsement magnet? A couple of reasons. Number one, he's an electrifying football player, okay? So a lot of brands are going to want to sponsor him because of that, because as I said before, there are billions of football watchers that watch the sport yearly. So obviously advertisers who want to reach out to those demographics, which are generally men, I think the majority of them are men, a lot of these advertisers are going to want to work with Ronaldo because he has such a huge following. Another thing about Ronaldo that really helps his brand is that he's a very attractive guy, okay? Ronaldo's good looking, and if you look at him, it's the reason why you've seen him in a lot of Armani jeans commercials and all of that. So he's marketable across the spectrum, not just in the sports world, but also in the fashion world, which also enhances his profile, not just as a football player, but as a celebrity. A great example of this is David Beckham. David Beckham was just as famous for being David Beckham on the court, and obviously, not on the court, on the field, and obviously with his ability to, as they say, bend it like Beckham, the way he was very popular for his free his free goal kicks that he would kick, because he had this ability to bend the ball whenever he would shoot the ball, which is an uncanny ability, and he did that a lot, and that's what made him the team captain of those English teams that he played on. But David Beckham was also known because he was a very good-looking guy, and because of that, he got so many endorsements by fashion brands like H&M and so many others to do collaborations with him. You saw him in underwear commercials, because a lot of people around the world viewed him as a football players are generally very cool, and also if he's attractive, then this turned him into a global celebrity. It's the exact same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo, except just probably a level higher, because Ronaldo is considered to be one of the greatest players of all time in his sport. And I don't think as many people consider David Beckham to be the greatest football player, although one would assume that he's definitely considered one of the best to ever play that sport. I would assume so, given his accomplishments and all of the things that he did during his playing career. Now, to take it a step further, because Ronaldo was so popular, what ended up happening was he was already a Nike athlete. He's one of the biggest Nike athletes along with LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams. He's in that tier. He's like a tier 1 athlete when it comes to Nike sponsored athletes. And what Nike ended up doing for Ronaldo was they ended up giving him a lifetime deal worth $1 billion. They had only done such a deal for 2 other athletes. One of them was Michael Jordan, obviously with the Jordan brand, which is a little bit different because that's more like a partnership, and LeBron James. LeBron James also has a lifetime deal with Nike. But Ronaldo's the 3rd athlete to have a lifetime deal, and they're paying him $1 billion for the rest of his career. Now, some of you may be wondering, why would Nike pay Cristiano Ronaldo $1 billion? Well, it turns out when Nike first extended the offer to him and he accepted that offer, just because of Cristiano Ronaldo's social media posts, his posting on his accounts, or maybe he's on Twitter, wherever he posts his social media posts, just after 1 year of posting, it generated $500 million in revenues for Nike, just off of 1 year of posting. So for Nike, it is a win-win, because in 2 or 3 years, they're going to make up their investment in Ronaldo, and everything else is profit in perpetuity. They're going to be making money off of this guy until he passes away, because of the lifetime deal that they signed with him. And Ronaldo's never not going to be famous. He's never not going to have followers. So for Nike, they said, listen, this guy's popularity is so great that this guy is a cash cow for us. Jordan, I think Michael Jordan makes about $150 million per annum. That's what Nike pays him for his Jordan deal that they have, the collaboration that they have, although Jordan brand is a subsidiary of Nike. But Ronaldo doesn't have, I don't think he has his own customized shoes or whatever it is. He's just a Nike athlete. And because so many people like him, when they see him wearing Nike, a lot of people are going to go out and patronize that company. And that's the reason why they ended up they ended up giving him $1 billion over the lifetime of his career. Now, the question I wanted to pose, or really the idea that came to me, was that what if Ronaldo potentially wanted to start his own brand? Think about how successful, how much more wealthier he could possibly be. I'm assuming that the deal that him and Nike signed, they must have a no-compete clause. Whereas if you're going to be a Nike-sponsored athlete, then you can't go out there and say you want to start your own clothing line. That's like a sports apparel line, because then you're going to be taking away sales from Nike, and that's not going to make any sense for them. So I'm sure somewhere in that agreement, it stipulates that Ronaldo, you cannot do something like that. And I'm sure he signed up on that because, hey, after all, you're going to be getting an easy check, maybe $25 million a year or $20 million a year. I don't know how he's going to, $20 million a year over his career. I don't know how it's going to work. But if Ronaldo decided that he wanted to do his own sports apparel company, one could assume that Cristiano Ronaldo could actually make more money on his own than he is with Nike, just because of his following. And to give you an example of this, if you look at the Kardashians, Look at, I think her name is Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner is worth, somebody said she's worth over $1 billion. It's because of her following. She has a cosmetics line, and people that follow her patronize her, and that's the reason why she's so rich. Imagine if Cristiano Ronaldo did something like that. He would probably be worth $2 billion over the next 10 years if he decided to go into something like that. So that was one of the thoughts that I had, if Ronaldo potentially would want to start up his own brand and become his own man, so to speak. Nevertheless, Ronaldo is definitely probably the biggest brand in sports. Now, I'm sure some of you may say it's Jordan brand, and that's the reason why I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comment section below. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you agree with me that Ronaldo is the biggest brand in sports? If not, let me know who you think it is. If you think it's Jordan brand or some other brand that I haven't mentioned, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, also let me know what you thought about this particular topic on soccer. Let me know what you guys think, because your feedback to us is really, really important as we try to improve these shows for you guys. So once again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell to be notified when all of our newest and hottest content comes out. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day. Peace.